Has anybody ever did a bigger 180 than CJ Gardner-Johnson? I fucking hate Philly. And then he comes running right back to Philly. Have you busted his balls about that about face?
We all talked about it, man. He gave a nice little apology to the fans and stuff, but he get going, man. If you don't know Chauncey gets it going, man. He got a mouth now, so but he come play with it. He backs his talk up a lot. So it was funny the fact that he had to come back around in the circle and and just had to straighten that up. But that's funny.
Well, you know what the funniest thing about that guy is to me, and I've liked him ever since he was in New Orleans. So when they picked him up, I was like, yeah, he's the type of dog they need. But he led the league in getting people to snatch his chain. I think 3 guys got personal fouls snatching his chain in one season. He must have a mouthpiece on him, dude.
Oh, he does now. He going. I'm talking about nonstop. But I just had to ask him one time. I said, man, how do you talk this much in the game and still this energized? Like, what do you take that I need to take? Because I'll be tired in the game, and I can't talk to you. But for him, he talking every play, every play, and it's good energy. It's great energy, man. Because he letting everybody have it. He's very communicative. So, but I can't talk that much. I'll be too tired.
Me neither. I pick my spots. And then when it comes to new guys, does the Devin White thing excite you? I just feel like he's the type of guy who can make plays sideline to sideline. And that's something that was missing a little bit last year at that level of defense. Does it excite you, and how does it make your job easier to have a rangy backer?
Oh man, great man. He's very athletic, man. Faster than what you think. Big guy too. So man, I was excited about that signing. I kind of had a vision right after we kind of played Tampa a little bit. I said, man, if Devin become a free agent, I could see him coming over here just because it feel like it's a fit for him. We need a linebacker because you've been here.
Yeah,
we D-line driven.
Always.
So it's D-line driven. So they just need the linebackers to be able to hit and run, and he does a good job of that. And he can cover. So that's one thing I think. Besides, we had TJ. TJ Edwards I think he was amazing. Him and Kaiser was an amazing combination of running, hitting, and cover. So I think Howie did a great job of finding that with Devin White.
Yeah, I love the moves Howie made this offseason. One of the moves I loved the most they made a couple years ago was Jalen Carter, because I think Jalen Carter can be special with a capital S. And when I watch him, he's a guy that makes me want to put my pads on, join the team again, so I can be like, hey, motherfucker, you could be the best ever. You're that good. You could be one of these guys they talk about like the best Eagle D lineman of all time. He's that talented.
Yeah, he's very good.
What does it have to be for him to take that next step as a leader? Because you got Fletch leaving, you got some guys at Kelsey. You need some of these young guys to step up a little bit. Do you see that intensity from him this offseason?
Yeah, man. He approaching it in a different manner. He's a guy that gets going too. So him and Chauncey, they about the same. They gets it going. They go give you a mouthful and go back it up. So man, he's a different beast. With Fletch, you could he said the same thing as in like, hey man, this kid could be very, very special, man, if he just like lock in and just do this and do that and do whatever, because I'm not in their room every day, but when he out there in practice, he's going. We in the game, he's going. Nobody's blocking him.
I mean, he made some rushes. There was a rush in the Seattle game that was, it's just the guys winning that quick are only the best in the league. And the attention that people pay to him already, now it's going to be even more with Fletch and those guys moving on. So as far as Nolan Smith's concerned, I felt like Nolan came in and they said it out loud. They were like, this is going to take a minute. We got to work on the body and get him a little stronger and that sort of thing. But when he's in the game, I really like the way he plays. What do you see from Nolan? And does he look a little different this year?
He looks a lot different this year. And one thing I can say about Nolan, ever since I met Nolan, he only know one speed. So he one of the guys you got to watch out for your own self, because he hit teammates and everybody. So even in practice, man, he's the guy that's gonna run to the ball from the all coaches from the D line 10 yards. He not 10-yard guy. He more like, I'm trying to see ball, get ball. So he gonna be a special year, man, for him this year, man. Especially after him running behind Hassan all year. I think it'll be very special.
That's what I want to see from Jalen, man. The Tampa game, he took off and decapitated somebody 5-7 yards down the field. He ran out of the stack. You know the one?
Yeah.
And I'm like, when you show me that, I know you can do it.
Every time.
I want to see it every time. So yeah,
Every time.
and having CJ back, and that's just the tone setters, man. That's awesome.